it's Chloe and we're back with another video. Okay, this is a Married at First Sight, Where Are They Now recap of what happened last night, y'all. I don't know if I'm going to give you all the details or whatever, but we just want to see how this going to flow, okay? So anyway, we start off with Ashley and Anthony from season 5, okay? So we realized that Ashley and Anthony are still together. They're still married or whatever, and they have a baby, okay? They want their what they have learned so far as being married is that they're learning how to communicate, because communication is not always that easy, of course, okay? We get to see a video of their daughter, and she is beautiful, okay? Mila, I think that's her name. Mila is so cute, okay? And as we were watching it, we realized that she had to get induced. Ashley had to get induced like really early in her pregnancy, and when she got induced, because the baby wasn't growing. And that was like crazy, because y'all, a baby not growing is like scary if you have children. You should understand, like, you know, you put all this work, and especially as a mother, to like carry a child, and you want that child to be as healthy as possible, and you feel like sometimes the blame is on you if, you know, things don't go right. But anyway, she's in labor, and then like 12 hours she's into labor, she just starts shivering. I mean, you saw the video of her just shivering, but it was time to push, okay? Now y'all, I had an epidural. I'm not dealing with no pain. No pain. I was in labor for what, 36 hours? No, 23 to 26 hours, something like that. I was in labor for a long time, so I can feel her pain, okay? And I had to get a C-section, so I know that I don't really know what that urge like is to push, but I know what the contractions feel like, and they ain't nothing to be played with. But anyway, they are happy, and they're moving forward, and they're looking forward to baby number 2. Good for them, okay? Now, one of my favorite couples, okay, is Jeffy and Shanice, okay? And Jeffy and Shanice are from season 6, okay? And we get to get flashbacks, and we get to see like all the troubles that they have been through, okay? We get to see Shanice crying all the time because Jeffy won't open up to her, and we all know that Jeffy wasn't really attracted to Shanice in the beginning, and he had a long way to go when it came to opening up to her and wanting to be with her or whatever. We realized, we learned that he was cheating on her, and that she was done with him. And y'all, like I tell you, I do not judge anyone's marriage when people have fidelity in their marriages, okay? Because everybody deals with different things in their marriages. But the vows say to death do us part. So I feel like you need to work through as much of it as you can. You know, like, it's not going to always be perfect. Things are going to happen, and if you're both willing to work through those problems, then there's nothing wrong with, you know, staying in that marriage and trying to make it work. Now, if it becomes like a over and over thing, then that's a problem. But Jeffy said that he had checked out. He was done. And, you know, she said she was done. She blocked him on all the social media. She blocked his phone number. It was to a point where he actually had to call his her mother just to get in contact. He had to make a fake Twitter just to see if she was okay. And I was like, he loves her, okay? He cares about her. Sometimes men don't realize what they got into is going, and it's unfortunate that it has to be that way. Like, why you just can't see all this greatness in front of you? Why you gotta wait for this greatness to leave for you to want me again? But anyway, that's what's going on with them, y'all. So she's just, you know, she just wasn't having it. And another thing is, like, they're not wearing their rings. And they decided that they're not wearing their rings. And Shanice said, listen, there are men who wear their rings who cheat every day. And I was like, girl, tell it how it is, okay? So them deciding to not wear their ring, and I think it's perfectly fine. I think Shanice may have a problem with it, but Jeffy said he's going to give her a ring when he's ready to propose to her again. So I'm like, you already married. You don't want to wear the ring, but you want to give her your own ring, and you want to propose to her your own time. What's taking so long, man? What's taking so long? Married at First Sight, I don't see you on the couple's couch. I don't see you on all these spin-offs, happily ever after. You got a little bread, okay? You got a little money. Go get the girl ring. Stop playing these games, okay? Sounds like BS, okay? There's no reason why she shouldn't have a ring on her finger. If that's the only reason why she doesn't have a ring on her favorite finger, is because you haven't got the ring to propose to her, okay? Get the ring and propose to the girl, okay? She already had your baby. She already done took you back after cheating. What you waiting on? What are you waiting on? Just saying. We find out that Shanice is promoting her wig line, y'all, and I'm like, why? Now, I see people saying her wigs look nice, and I'm like, I must missed out on the whole collection or whatever, because the wig she had on last night was not doing it for me. And I'm not saying it was ugly. The hair looked good. The install didn't look good. That's what didn't look good to me, the install, not the actual wig itself. But that's just my opinion. If y'all like the wig, go buy the wig. Y'all go buy the whole wig. But I just thought it was weird. I was like, why is she doing this wig line again? Because I don't like this wig she has on her head now. But okay. So then we get over, and they want to talk to Molly, okay? Kevin wants to talk to Molly, okay? He wants to ask Molly, does she feel like, Jessica was after John? Because we know Jessica and John got married, okay? So we trying to figure out, like, what's going on. Now, my thing is, Molly was not the best wife, okay? She was not attracted to John. She made it very clear. She had made a whole video about, her going out and doing all this crazy stuff at a bar or whatever. I can't really recall it, but I remember the incident. So I'm not going to sit here and act like she was the best and that she deserves John and all that other stuff, and they went behind her back, because that's not what happened. They showed the clip of Dr. Jessica, going off on her. And I was like, I remember when she went off on her, and I was like, she deserves to be going off on, because she tried to lie. The same way Taylor made that video and no one called her out, Jessica called out Molly. So why we acting like it's a problem? Like, no, that's what needed to be done at that moment. But she wanted it to be, she didn't want her to take sides, okay? She was biased, and she's looking back at it like, maybe that's why, because he was her type, or he was a good guy. He was just a good guy, okay? She saw a good guy, she was attracted to him, and you was an a-hole, and you ain't want him, so she was like, let me, grab him one up a little bit, wring him in a little bit, and she did that. I don't see anything wrong with it. I think it's perfectly fine, especially since the way she treated him, and he did try, y'all. He tried in that marriage. Yeah, he tried in that marriage, so we're not going to sit here and act like he ain't try. And we're not going to sit here and act like Molly's a victim, because Kevin was out there trying to get her to say some ruthless stuff. You could tell he was pulling for that information, but she wasn't giving it up. She was just like, I just wish them the best. I talked to them, and I hope everything is fine. And this is why I really never spoke on it. You never really spoke on it. You want to know why? Because you had nothing to speak on. You didn't want the man. Don't be mad. You didn't want him. But she's happy nonetheless, or whatever, y'all. And that's cool, I guess. All right. So we got Jamie and we got Doug. And Jamie and Doug is from season 2. Y'all, I did not watch season 2, so I can't really, tell you how I feel about them as a whole or whatever. But all of us, overall, they're still married or whatever, and they're having baby number 2 because they had baby number 1 or whatever. And like, yo, when I watched it, and I was like, oh my God, she really ran out the room crying. She was not attracted to this man at all, and I can't blame her, because he is not my type. I would just say he's not my type, okay? She covered it up nice though. Like, I was just overwhelmed. I had just got married. No, girl, don't try it. Don't try it. We saw it. But he romanced her, he gave her the charm, okay? He made her fall in love with him, and it worked. The same way we wanted, Zach to give Mindy a chance, the same way that Jamie gave Doug a chance, okay? You gotta put in the work to get some results, okay? And she was open to it, but she was not at the beginning, okay? She was shutting him down every chance they get. This is not a honeymoon, honey. This is a vacation, okay? We're just gonna get to know each other. But somewhere along the lines, he got in there and he just won over her heart. And I'm gonna go back and watch that season, because I think it'll be interesting to see, okay? They did explain that they was going through a lot of hard times in their marriage, and she kept saying that, he had lost his job and she was working 4 jobs, and he was like, he went into depression, and they was just really clashing. Like, everything had fell apart so fast. Like, at one point he was working, she was working, they was about to buy a house, they had just had a baby, things, she was pregnant, having a baby, things was great. And then out of nowhere, he lost his job, they couldn't buy a house, she's working 4 jobs, 7 months pregnant, it was a real strain on their marriage, and they feel like the child is what actually saved their marriage. And believe it or not, children can save or break a marriage, okay? You don't stay in a marriage for your children, but you have to also remember that you made these children together before you got married. There's something that brought you guys together. So if you have kids, you have to think that everything is bigger than you two. Everything is definitely bigger than you two. So you got to make it work. You got to try to figure it out, okay? Figure it out some way or another. Not saying stay with that person if you're unhappy, but you got to think about it. Are you just unhappy at this moment, or are you really just unhappy? Yeah? But overall, they're still together. And I just read, and now watching it, I was like, oh my God, they suffered 3 miscarriages. Oh my goodness, that got to be rough, especially after having a healthy baby and then going through miscarriages, trying to figure out what's going on. Whew. But I'm glad that they're gonna have this baby that they're having now, and they seem to be happy and things seem to be great. Okay, I just wish she would stop telling them, because at the end when they was all talking, she just threw out there again that he didn't have no job and she was 7 months pregnant. Like, girl, stop putting that man business out there. Okay, he don't want everybody to know that. I know I would want everybody to know that, but anyway. So she also met her father's side of the family, which is very interesting. I feel like they got a lot. They got so many different layers to their relationship, their story, their love story, that I'm really intrigued by it. Like, I wish I could just watch it evolve, like all of it. So I'm gonna go back and watch season 1. I'm gonna try to go see Happily Ever After and see, if I can put it all together, because I feel like I like them. And I didn't watch their season, so they're interesting to me, and I feel like I need to get caught up. Okay, I need to get caught up. But nonetheless, y'all, next we got Elizabeth and Jamie. Okay, my favorite toxic couple. Okay. Jamie and Elizabeth, y'all, they fight and they make up, and they fight and they make up. But anyway, they are still married, okay? And they're doing great. They learned they had to learn how to manage their stress, okay? They realized that when they both get stressed, they both turn up. Which is why they're always like going at it or whatever. And come to find out that Jamie had actually moved away and they had separated, and they end up getting back together. And it sounds like it was just, Elizabeth who wanted to separate because she wanted to, get some space and, clear her mind and, experience some things. I don't know. Maybe I'm making up stuff, but it seemed like maybe she the one who wanted to break, okay? She had to regroup. That's what I got from it. It felt like she wanted to regroup. But nonetheless, they got back together and they're good, and they want to know, like, Kevin's like, so are you guys still having basic Caucasian sex? Because, they were good for having basic Caucasian sex. And she was like, well, no, it's not basic Caucasian sex anymore. It's no, because basic Caucasian sex is when, you have sex with your shirt on and the lights off and it's just missionary, okay? She wanted some, hair pulling, some slapping, she wanted a little rough, yeah. I'm just saying, okay? And the way they doing that now is they got some toys, okay? And she's like, why would you tell them? Elizabeth, we know you into that stuff, girl, okay? So for all you people out there having basic Caucasian sex, get some toys. Turn it around. Flip it upside down. Whatever you're into, okay? Now, if you like the basic Caucasian sex, hey, make it work, okay? Just add some rhythm. But anyway, they're doing great. I just love watching them too. They're so funny, okay? I really enjoy watching these couples, getting to see them come back together and, relive their moments. It was entertaining. It was definitely entertaining. Okay, so y'all, Matt and Amber are next, okay? Now, Matt and Amber are a piece of work, okay? Because Matt is acting like he don't know nothing about this girl. He don't care about this girl. He never met this girl, basically. He don't know this girl, okay? And Amber's like, well, I'm done with you. I don't want nothing to do with you. She just want her divorce, okay? And Matt won't give her divorce. She done gave him the papers so many times. She done mailed it to him. But he said that he wasn't even here. He was overseas. But she's like, you got the papers. So I'm sitting here like, he said you could call him, you got his number, but he doesn't answer. I'm confused. Are you overseas? Are you in America? Is she seeing you? Is she not seeing you? Do she have your number? Is she calling you? Did you get the papers? Did you not get the papers? What's going on? Why won't you sign these papers? Okay? Sign the papers. All she want to do is for you to sign the papers so she can move on with her happy life, okay? But he's I need my lawyer. How many sets of papers she got to send to you that you didn't have your lawyers look over? So they trying to get them, sign them now. I need my lawyer. For what? She don't want none of your stuff. She just want a divorce. First of all, you don't got nothing. You didn't have nothing on the show. You didn't have nowhere to live. You didn't have no job. What she want from you? Absolutely nothing. And what is up with him? Why he look like he about to go do a poetry or something, okay? Why he look like he about to draw a picture with some paint or something? I don't know. He had me confused with the look. I was like, what am y'all looking at? Okay? And he catches a whole attitude and he's like, I'm about to go. What he say? He's about to go mess with some Instagram models. Who wants you though? He let this little Married at First Sight fame get to his head because, honey, he must be doing better than he was on the show because on the show he ain't had nothing, okay? He ain't have a pot to piss in and the money to give it but a pot to piss in. It was a mess. It was a mess. They don't deserve to be nowhere near each other, okay? I was like, oh, God, this was like reliving the season all over, okay? All over. But nonetheless, I'm happy for Amber. She got her little boo or whatever. And Matt got him some Instagram models. I don't know, y'all. I don't know, but he's about to go mess with some Instagram models. Was that a shot at Amber, though? Is that what they say, like, you not them? I'm like, what is wrong with him? I don't know, y'all, but it was a mess. It was funny, and it was entertaining. We got Bobby and Danielle from season 7. I love Bobby and Danielle. They're really nice together. Bobby does anything Danielle says. He's the perfect husband, okay? And she really, really, really has grown in love with him, I can tell, okay? Their chemistry, I mean, they having babies or whatever, so you can tell, like, they doing what married people do, and they, loving on each other. So I'm happy if they happy, y'all. When she was pregnant, though, she had, got really, really sick, and she went to the hospital, and they were saying that the baby probably wasn't going to make it, or she probably wasn't going to make it, and, she could have had a seizure or a stroke. Her blood pressure got so high, he was, like, breaking down, and, this was 3 months after they had stopped filming, so she was, like, really, they were really getting to know each other. He didn't even really know her mother like that. He just called her, like, this is what's going on, and she broke down, and, he teared up, and I'm just like, oh, my God. Y'all, I didn't realize so many people have different experiences with having babies, because like I had a smooth pregnancy. My sister had a smooth pregnancy. People I know had smooth pregnancies. I mean, we had little scares here and there, but nothing like crazy as far as being pregnant or giving birth. So when you hear these things and you see these things, it's like, oh my God, this is crazy. This is real. And you just want to pray for people when they are pregnant, because you never know what can happen and when it can happen. But overall, y'all, they were happy, and I'm happy that they're happy, and I love them together, okay? I don't know who I missed. I know we saw Tristan. I know we saw some of the other people in and out. And Tristan's new girl is an upgrade from the other girl. I can't remember her name, but it's definitely an upgrade, okay? We saw Sam, and I don't feel like discussing her story. I don't, y'all. I don't. But yeah, I enjoyed it. They played a little game after everyone met each other. Well, not met each other, but sat down, and they played the game about like who does this most and who does this most. And it's just good to see them, opening up. I think that what people need to realize is that marriage is not going to be perfect. Once you see everyone's story, you realize that they all had problems. They all had different problems, okay? Elizabeth went away. Jeff and Shanice had infidelity, but they made it back to each other. Doug and Jamie was dealing with depression and, about to get a divorce, and then, having trouble with finances, and then having beautiful babies. Things like that people go through. So we got to realize that we can't judge people's marriages, because we're people, like we're individuals before anything, okay? And then we come together. And when you try to take two different people and you bring them together, some stuff is going to bound to go down. Some stuff is just going to happen, okay? But we have to be sensitive, okay? We have to learn to embrace each other and love each other for who we are, okay? And work on the things that we need to fix. But nonetheless, I enjoyed this episode. It wasn't like, oh my God, the best. And it wasn't like, oh my God, full of drama. But nonetheless, I enjoyed it. And I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Let me know what you thought about it. Who's your favorite couples? How did you like it? Don't forget to comment down below. Like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, you guys. Peace.